local all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Breaking overnight, there is going to be a pause in tariff battles between the U.S. and China. We'll tell you what this means in the global trade war. Well, good morning to you and happy Monday. Thanks for checking in and starting off your new week with us, America Arias.
And I'm Bridget Pigarlo. Great to have you here. Hope you had a great Mother's Day weekend. You had a good weekend, right?
I did. It was lovely.
How could you not with that beautiful weather?
Really is nice.
And at least today, Rachel, is looking pretty good as well, right?
Another nice one expected today. Yesterday was beautiful from start to finish. A little bit breezy yesterday afternoon. You'll notice that again throughout the day today. Highs yesterday for Mother's Day were close to 70 degrees, around 71 in Hartford, upper 60s in Waterbury. And we got pretty warm along the shoreline at 76 degrees there. Right now, the sun is coming up and shining on a mostly clear sky. We're around 41 degrees in Hartford now and 45 over in New Haven. We are cooler than this time yesterday, anywhere from 2 to about 6 degrees cooler, 9 degrees cooler in Chester, clocking in at 43 right now. Out the door in Torrington, 38, 37 degrees in Willimantic, 39 in Putnam. We're in the upper 40s in Bridgeport now. So for the kids, sunny skies for the ride to school, sunny skies for the ride home. Recess will likely be outside at 73 degrees. Highs today will approach the lower to middle 70s this afternoon. We'll make a run at 75 over in Hartford as well as in Bristol, 70 in Milford, and we'll be in the upper 60s to right around 70 degrees in southeastern Connecticut. For tomorrow, we are going to see warm conditions. Temperatures will be around 76 to about close to 80 degrees in some locations. And with that, though, we are going to build in a little bit of humidity, and there could be a shower late in the evening. There's a better chance for showers for Wednesday. Cooler numbers, too. We'll have more details on that coming up in just a bit. Here at 6:01, checking in with the roads now. We do have this one incident over in Middletown, but it does look like that is certainly improving. We did have some yellows and oranges back behind this out by exits 18 and 20. So that potentially is clearing as we speak. So your drive times look a lot better from New Haven to Hartford now, about 34 minutes southbound, reflecting that as well. Over to you.
All right, Rachel, thank you very much. We're going to turn now to some breaking news at 6 o'clock. American and Chinese leaders say they have reached a deal to roll back most of their recent tariffs, but it will last for just 90 days as both sides talk to resolve their trade disputes. U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer says the U.S. has agreed to drop its 145% tariff on Chinese goods down to just 30%. Meanwhile, China has agreed to lower its rate on U.S. goods to 10%.
The atmosphere was very conducive to discussions, and thanks to them, we were able to have very constructive and positive conversations with our Chinese counterparts, who clearly came to deal this week.
It's not clear just yet when the pause is expected to take effect. Over the weekend, President Trump posted on social media that great progress has been made.
Well, people in a Madison neighborhood suddenly lost power after a tree caused some serious damage yesterday. Take a look, my goodness. Now, the fix required a lot more than just the replacement of some wires. Fox 61's Joe Monty was at the scene and has more on what happened. Also, he heard from some neighbors who were pretty upset.
People on Overbrook Road in Madison got a rude awakening early Sunday morning when fire trucks came screaming down the street. That's because a dead tree fell on power lines, causing an electrical fire on the road that electrified a gas main. One homeowner tells me his gas line was smoking and sparking. It was around 6 in the morning when Chris Farmer, who lives on Overbrook Road in Madison, called the fire department. He says he lost power, but it quickly came back on, and along with it came the smell of smoke.
There was electrical stuff on the ground where the natural gas pipe comes into my house. It was sparking because it had been energized because of the tree falling.
Farmer had to use a fire extinguisher to put the fire out while the fire department raced over. Upon finding the damage, Madison officials shut off the power and ordered people in the area to shelter in place. Frank Proto, who lives nearby, couldn't believe what his day quickly turned into.
Power outage, gas leak, supposedly locked down the whole day.
While Eversource and Southern Connecticut Gas made repairs, the smell of gas filled the neighborhood. The road was closed off until further notice as construction vehicles lined the street. Proto and Farmer say the timing of this commotion didn't work out so well with Mother's Day.
We had plans. We basically couldn't get out, and we're going to do it another day. So it's a bummer for everybody.
We were looking for a good Mother's Day. My son graduated from UConn last night, and we got to go move him home, and he's coming home to no power, no hot water, nothing like that. So yeah, it's a real pain.
Farmer said he'd like to see the town do more to remove unhealthy trees that are too close to the power lines. He'd prefer to not have this happen again, especially on such a special day.
It's no fun not having power, hot water,
People tell me it's unfortunate that this had to happen on Mother's Day, but they're glad nobody was hurt. They say two things you don't want to mess around with are electricity and gas. They don't mix well. On Overbrook Road in Madison, Joe Monty, Fox 61.
They don't mix well is right, Joe. Thank you. All of the pomp and circumstance was on full display in stores over the weekend.
UConn's class of 2025 crossed the stage at Campbell Pavilion as the new graduates get ready to make their mark on the world. Fox 61's Stephen Reels was there at the ceremony in stores to talk to graduates and their families about how important this moment is to them.
When you're here at UConn, eventually all roads will lead to the Campbell Pavilion. And sure, it could be for a basketball game. Who doesn't love one of those? But for thousands inside, it's the end of an academic journey, not just of the work of the student, but of the thousands of friends and family from around the world that helped them get right here.
A little nervous to start a new chapter, but we had a good time.
Friends, faculty, staff, congratulations. This is a special day for you, and we are here to celebrate.
I have a lot of family and friends coming out with me. I am the first child of my parents and ultimately the first person to attend college in the United States. So this is a full circle moment, and I'm really, really grateful for taking that opportunity and betting on me.
Happy to celebrate with my family.
They travel quite a way to get here. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot, yeah. I mean, from Nebraska, from California.
What a Mother's Day gift. It's so awesome.
It's Mother's Day. You're now seeing the 6 of 6 kids graduate. What's everything like right now?
Yeah, I'm so happy. This is like the perfect day to be here celebrating Mother's Day, and I have all 6 children here with me, and our youngest, Caroline, is graduating from the Arts and Science School.
Yesterday, I graduated college, and today I get to watch my daughter graduate.
You literally did this with your daughter.
I did this with my daughter, yep. We didn't plan on graduating the same weekend, but she was there yesterday supporting me, and I'm here today supporting her, and it's the most prideful moment any parent could have.
I would assume this is like one of the greatest Mother's Days of your life.
The best Mother's Day of my life, yeah. Yes.
So, as we step forward, let's do so with confidence, with purpose, and with the same determination that got us here. To the class of 2025, congratulations. Whatever comes next, we're ready for it. Once a Husky, always a Husky. Thank you.
Well, Jonathan, another class of students you've successfully raised. How's that make you feel right now? Very emotional. You can't talk. I completely understand. Take your time to heal through this process. I'll take it from here. Well, that's going to do it for us. Congratulations once again, the class of 2025. In stores at UConn, Stephen Reels, Fox 61.
And congratulations to all the graduates. Well, meantime, union workers are on strike at Pratt and Whitney. They're entering their 2nd week off the job. They're expected back on the picket lines in East Hartford and in Middletown this morning. Well, lawmakers are once again set to join them and speak about what they need about the need for what they call a fair deal. Workers say they want higher wages and a better retirement package in their next contract.
6:08 is your time. 5 people were hurt when a vehicle flipped over onto its side and caught fire in North Haven. This is a picture taken by the North Haven Fire Department. The crash happened on I-91 northbound between exits 10 and 11 just before 4 yesterday afternoon. State police say several vehicles crashed into each other, and you can see a car on its right passenger side with debris all over the road, even a tire in the roadway. 5 people were taken to the hospital. 2 were seriously hurt. State police are now investigating the cause of that crash.
20 people were forced out of their homes after an apartment building caught fire. Fire crews responded to this building here on Elm Crest Terrace just after 11 o'clock Saturday night. Before firefighters got to the scene, dispatchers told them that people might have been trapped inside. Fortunately, though, everyone made it out safely. Most of the 1st and 2nd floor has severe smoke and heat damage. Firefighters say all of the apartment doors were closed, and that really helped stop the spread of the fire. But no word on what caused it.
Very smart to sleep with the door closed. Well, 1 person was hurt after a fire sparked at a home on Sterling Street. We're told that person was treated for smoke inhalation, but no one else was hurt. Firefighters were called to the scene just before 7:30 last night. No word yet on what started the fire or if the people who lived there can return home. We have an update on this friendly face who used to call Connecticut his home. Remember Buddy the beefalo? Well, he captured everyone's attention during the height of the pandemic, and well, he now has a new sponsor. This has been a story some 5 years in the making, and so many of us are invested in Buddy and his whereabouts.
Yeah, but for those who aren't familiar with the tale, we're going to give you a bit of background here. The massive animal, later named Buddy, escaped a slaughterhouse in Plymouth. This was back in the summer of 2020. And for months, police tried to capture Buddy and bring him back in. But it took much longer than anyone expected for police, wildlife experts, even cattle wranglers to capture this wayward wild animal. It wasn't until April of 2021 that Buddy was finally caught. And by then, he had become such an institution in town and in the state, he was spared slaughter. He was sent to a wildlife sanctuary to live out the rest of his life down in Florida. Buddy was sent to Critter Creek Farm Sanctuary in Gainesville, Florida. It's a place that bills itself as the largest cow sanctuary in the United States. And he's been living a great life there. Critter Creek posted on Facebook, Buddy has been adopted. The sanctuary says that Buddy was adopted through its sponsorship program. So his vet care, feed, hay, and even more is going to be covered now by a generous sponsor.